everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Anup Singh. You are watching AeroTech Advance YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to talk about a very unique topic, that is how the airplane is flying in the sky. This topic is very general topic for all the aerospace or aeronautical student, but this is a very unique topic for first year student of aeronautical and aerospace engineering. And also this is a very unique and new topic for all different domain of student. So let's start this video. In this video we are going to see, or we are going to discuss how the airplane is flying in the sky. In this topic we are going to discuss three main important point. With the help of this point you guys are understand easily how the airplane is flying in the sky. And this video is very helpful for all the first year students of aeronautical and aerospace engineering and other domain students also. Those are studying in different engineering field. So let's see all three main points related to how the airplane is flying in the sky. Main important points. The first point, the science behind how the airplane is flying in the sky. Second point, about four fundamental forces. And third point is how the airplane wing is generated. So this all the three points are going to explain you in very basic level, not very hi-fi level, at a very basic level, that how the airplane is flying in the sky. So let's start with first point. First point, that is the science behind how the airplanes fly in the sky. So try to understand, airplane is fly because they are able to generate a upward force, that is called a lift. Lift is generally or normally move the airplanes in upward direction. And lift is generated, the reason behind is forward motion of the aircraft body, and that is provided by the thrust of the engine. So this is a very basic point that you need to first understand. The principle of lift first proven in the 18th century, and airplane use its own engine to make its own wind. So because of that reason, the aircraft wing produce the upward force, that is called lift. The shape of the airplane wings are curved on the top surface and flat on the bottom surface. Second point, about the four fundamental forces. Here we are going to see all four fundamental forces. That is not much necessary, but it is important to understand about the force system. So the first, if you see in the diagram, you can easily understand the direction of forces and number of forces acting on the aircraft during the flight operation. So there are four fundamental forces acting on the aircraft during the flight operation. If you see, that is thrust force, lift force, drag force and weight. And drag is the force produced by the resistance of the air to the forward motion of the airplane. If you take the example that switch your hand rapidly side to side and you can feel that resistance on your hand, that is called drag force. Let's see for other fundamental forces. Now, the weight is the force created by the pull of gravity toward the center of the earth, and you can also feel this effect when you jump up from the floor. Your weight will force you back down because reason is that gravity force. So that is about the weight. Let's see about the thrust force. The thrust force is produced by the engine of the airplane, that if the airplane is moving in the forward direction, when it's possible, when the thrust force is greater than the drag force. When the forward motion is enough to produce the lift, that is greater than the weight of an airplane, so airplane is moved in the upward direction. So this is a very basic fundamental. You should understand how the aircraft is moved in forward direction and how the aircraft is moved in upward direction because of forward motion. So this is a two part you need to first clear in your mind. If the aircraft is moved in forward direction, then lift is generated. Without forward motion, the lift is can't generated by the airplane. While any part of the airplane can produce the lift, but most of the lift is produced by the wing. That is very important part, lifting part of the aircraft structure. The third point, how the aircraft wing or airplane wing is generated lift. This is very important point. So let's see in the diagram. The diagram present airplane wing in two dimensional. If you cut the aircraft wing or airplane wing in any section, you can find out airfoil section. So that is a airfoil section what you are seeing in this figure. If the flow is passes to the airplane wing, you can find out on the upper surface the fluid particles move faster, and if you see the fluid particles move slower on the lower surface because of shape of the wing section. If you see, because of that, the lesser pressure is created on the upper surface of the wing, but higher pressure is created on the lower surface of the wing. So it's create a pressure differences. If you see that pressure differences create a upward force that is called lift. So this is a very simple explanation what I need to explain with the help of this video. I hope so all the students are understand, all the candidates are understand how the lift is generated. Here I am not explaining any hi-fi theory like lifting line theory and vortex filament theory what we are doing in the aerodynamic subjects in aeronautical engineering or aerospace engineering. Here I am explaining with the help of very simple principle I am using, that is called Bernoulli's principle and Newton's law. So let's see how we are using that principle in order to explain the flow physics through the wing section. Actually the wing section is airfoil section that is called streamlined body that provide the aerodynamic forces, and wing of the airplane is shaped to take the advantages of Bernoulli's principle as well as Newton's law. So try to understand about the Bernoulli's principle. The physics behind this phenomena was first described by the Daniel Bernoulli in the 18th century. He is a Swiss mathematician and scientist who studied the movement of the fluid. Bernoulli discovered that the pressure is exerted by a moving fluid is inversely proportional to the speed of the fluid. In other word, or I can say in the simple word, that the fluid pressure decreases the fluid speed and increases the velocity, or you can say the vice versa. So in that way you can understand how the pressure differences is created. On the upper surface the pressure is low but velocity is high of the fluid particle, but on the lower surface the pressure is high and the flow of the particles is very slow. So we are taking the fundamental, the principle of the Bernoulli's principle and Newton's law. The Bernoulli's principle can be derived from the principle of conservation of energy, and this stated that in the steady flow, the sum of all form of energy like kinetic energy, potential energy, that is remain constant at that point. So that is called Bernoulli's principle. And Bernoulli's principle is stated that increase in the speed of the fluid occurs proportionally with the increase in both of the fluid dynamics and kinetic energy, but that is decrease the static pressure and potential energy. So this is a very clear statement about the Bernoulli's theorem. Okay guys, I hope so you guys are understand the logic behind how the airplane is flying in the sky. Take only 2 points, then you can easily understand. The one is airplane is required forward motion, and that is achieved with the help of airplane engine with the help of thrust force. So once the thrust force is generated, the airplane body is moving in the forward direction, and because of that the wind flow start flowing through the wing section, through the wing part of the airplane, and wing is produce the lift because of Bernoulli's principle as well as Newton's law, what I explained in this video. I hope so you guys are understand, because here I am not taken any hi-fi theory, because I need to explain this fundamental theory or very basic theory in simple way. So guys, I hope so you understand how the airplane is flying in the sky, and thank you for watching my video.